Hey guys, once again welcome back to this brand new video. In this video I am going to show you how to create this type of nice and simple animation inside of DaVinci Resolve 16 that you can use as an intro for your YouTube channel. So let's take a new project and get started. Alright, so here we are in DaVinci Resolve 16, and first of all we have to do some basic setting. So click on this setting button and set the size of this project 1920 by 1080. Let's go with any frame rate. So in this case I'm using this 60 frame per second, and we have to set this playback frame rate equal to this timeline frame rate. So I'm going to set this value 60 and click on save. Now just go to your edit page. And now I'm going to create this animation inside of this fusion page. So we have to take a new fusion composition. So just go to this media pool, right click on that, click on this new fusion composition, and let's call it intro. And set the duration of this composition something around 7 seconds long. Frame rate 60, click on create. And just drag this intro fusion composition on this timeline just like that, and then go to your fusion page. And here we have this media out node. So just drag this media out to the side for now, and let's take a background first. So click on this background button to add a background node, and just drag this background to the viewer. And as you can see, it's a black background, but I have to select a gray color like this. All right, and after that we have to create animated circle. So hit Ctrl plus a space bar for search box and search for paint. So this is our paint node. Hit add button, and now we need one background for this paint node. So let's take one more background node. Hit F2 on the keyboard to rename, and you can call it anything. So I'm going to call it BZ for background. Just connect this yellow point with this background and just drag this paint to the viewer. All right, and select this paint node, click on this polyline stroke option. Just go to the center of this frame, right click on that and go to polyline stroke 1 polyline, go to create and click on this ellipse. I'm going to set this width value 0.75 and height value something around 0.75. all right, hit OK. And now we have a circle, and just select this paint node, go to this inspector window, close this apply control because we don't need it, and open this brush control, and we have to select hard rounded brush, and just set the size of this brush something around 0.1. all right, now close this brush control, open this stroke control, and here we have to animate this end property. Just go to around frame number 180, which is equal to 3 seconds according to 60 fps. Set the end value something around 0.5 maybe. all right, now right click on end, click on animate, and just go to 1 second forward in time. So it should be frame number 240, which is equal to 4 seconds, and add one more keyframe by clicking on this diamond button. Go to the end of this animation and set the end value 0, and go to very first frame of this animation and set this end value 0. And now we have this type of animation. So I'm gonna rotate this semicircle. So let's set this angle value something around -90. Now we have to make this animation smoother. So just go to this spline window, and here we have to remove this start parameter because we don't need it. So just right click on this start, go to this option, remove polygon stroke 1 start, and now we have only end parameter. So check this parameter, click on fit button, hit F4 on the keyboard to full screen and click on fit again. Select all the keyframes by dragging like this. Click on a smooth button, or you can also hit S on the keyboard to smooth, and set the CTI at very beginning of this animation right over here. Hold this handle and create a nice smooth curve like this. Go to the end of this animation right over here and hold this handle and just drag it like this and create a nice smooth curve. Alright, close this spline window. Alright, so as you can see, we have a smooth animation. Now, just select this paint node, click on this transform button and just drag this transform one to the viewer. And now just click on this flip vertically. And as you can see, we get this animation from bottom to top. And now we have to take one more transform node. So click on this transform button. And this is our transform 2. So just connect the output of this paint 1 with this transform 2 and just drag this transform to the viewer, and this time click on this flip horizontally. Alright, and now we have two different output, so we have to merge both the output. So connect the output of this transform 1 with the transform 2 and we get this new merge, and just drag this merge 1 to the viewer. And now we have to make this black background transparent. So select this background BZ node and go to this inspector window, and here we have to set this alpha value 0. Alright, and after that we have to merge this animation with the background. So just drag this main background over here and let's take one more merge node. So click on this merge button to add a merge node, and we get two different points over here. The first one, yellow point, is for background, and the second one, green point, for the foreground. So I'm going to use this background as a background and this one as a foreground. So connect the yellow point with this background and green foreground point with this merge 1 output, and just drag this merge 2 to the viewer. And now select this merge 2 and go to inspector window, and here we have to set the blend value something around 0.03 maybe. Alright, and after that we have to animate our channel logo or profile picture. So let's go to this media pool, right click on that, go to import media and select your profile picture. So I'm going to use this image that I have downloaded from unsplash.com, and I have given a link in the description. So just go to the link and download this image if you want, or you can also use your profile picture or logo of your brand and click on open. Just drag this image on this flow window, close this media pool and just drag this media 1 to the viewer, hit F2 on the keyboard to rename and call it image or profile. Hit OK, and now we have to attach one transform node that is going to be our controller. So just select this profile, click on this transform button to add a transform node, just drag this transform to the viewer, hit F2 on the keyboard and call it controller. So this is our image controller, so you can control the size and position of the image. Alright, now just drag it over here, and after that let's create a circular shape. So first of all we have to take a background and click on this ellipse button to add an ellipse mask, and just drag this background to the viewer and select this background, hit F2 on the keyboard, call it matte. Alright, and now I'm going to place this image inside of this black circular shape. So let's take a merge node, and again we get two different points, yellow and green. So I'm going to use this matte as a background and this controller output as a foreground. So connect this yellow point with this matte and green foreground point with this controller, and just drag this merge 3 to the viewer. And now I'm going to place this image inside of this black shape. So just select this merge 3, go to this inspector window, go to operator, and right now our foreground is over on the background, but I want to place the image or foreground inside of the background. So change this option over to in, and now Just select this controller and let's increase the size and fit your profile or logo inside of this circle. Now we have to add one more transform node that is going to be our logo animation. So just select this merge 3, click on this transform button, just drag this transform 3 to the viewer, hit F2 on the keyboard, call it logo animation. Hit OK. Just select this logo and go to on frame number 120, which is equal to 2 seconds according to 60 FPS. And here we have the size of this logo. So let's down the size a bit. Make sure your logo animation is selected and set the size of this logo something around 0.5 maybe. All right, now right click on size, click on animate, or you can also click on this diamond button to create a keyframe and just go back to 1 second on frame number 60, add one more keyframe, go to 10 frame forward in time, right over here, add one more keyframe. Basically we have to create a keyframe after each 10 frames like this. All right, now just go to very first keyframe on frame number 60, and here we have to set the size 0, and I want to create bouncy kind of a animation, so just go to on frame number 70, and here we have to increase the size maybe a little bit, so set this value 0.53 maybe. Go to 10 frame forward on frame number 80, and here we have to down the size. So right now we have 0.5, so I'm going to set this value 0.48 maybe. Go to 10 frame forward in time, let's increase the size a bit, so 0.52 maybe, and just go to 10 frame forward in time and let's down the size, so set this value 0.49, go to 10 frame forward in time, and again we have to increase the size, so set the value 0.51. all right, and now we get this type of linear animation again. So just go to spline window and hit F4 on the keyboard, and this time uncheck this paint node, check this only logo animation, click on fit button, and we get this type of curve. So select all the keyframes, hit S on the keyboard, or you can also click on this smooth button, and now we have this bouncy kind of animation. All right, close this spline window. Now let's merge the output of this logo animation with the main background. So let's take one more merge node and just connect this yellow background point with this merge 2 and green foreground point with this logo animation, and just drag this merge 4 to the viewer, and we get this type of animation as you can see. All right, and after that just go to around 3 seconds, maybe frame number 180 or maybe frame number 200, and select this logo animation and right click on center, click on animate, and go to 1 second forward in time from frame number 200. So it should be frame number 260, which is around 4 seconds, and let's drag this logo up a bit, and we have to set the value something around 0.58 maybe. All right, and as you can see we get this type of animation, and right now this is a linear animation, so let's make it smoother. So just go to spline window, hit F4 on the keyboard to full screen, and this time uncheck the size and check this displacement only, click on fit button, select these keyframes, click on a smooth button, set the CTI at very beginning, hold this handle and just drag it like this and create a nice smooth curve. Close this spline window, and after that we have to add a text over here. So just take a text node. All right, and this is our final output, so just place it over here. Maybe set it like this, and this is our text node. So let's merge this text with the main output. So take a merge node and again connect this yellow point with this merge 4 and green foreground point with the text, and just drag this merge 5 to the viewer. Select this text node and type your channel name or your brand name, and you can select your favorite font style. So in this case I'm using this Century Gothic font style. That is my favorite font style, and of course you can select any different font style. And we have to set the size of this text something around 0.06 maybe. Now just drag this channel name. Now let's increase the size a bit. All right, and after that we have to animate the text. So select this text 1, go to this transform tab, and here open this rotation. All right, and this is our X rotation. So I'm going to animate this X rotation. Just go to on frame number 260, where we have created a keyframe for the position of the logo in this logo animation, and right click on X parameter, click on animate, and go to 1 second back in time. So it should be frame number 200, and we have to rotate this something around -81 or maybe -80. All right, and again this is a linear animation, so let's make this animation smoother. Just go to a spline window, hit F4, and this time uncheck this logo animation and check this text 1 only. Click on fit button, select these both keyframes, hit S on the keyboard or click on this smooth button. Set the CTI at very beginning, hold this handle and just drag it like this. Close this spline window, and now we have something like this. All right, now let's hide this white section which is looking very weird. So just go to on frame number 200, go to setting tab, and here we have this opacity. So right click on opacity, click on animate, go back to 1 frame, and let's down the opacity. Now it's looking perfect. All right, and also I'm going to create this character spacing animation. So go to this text section, and here we have this tracking. So just go to on frame number 200 and let's increase the tracking amount. So I'm going to set this tracking amount something around 1.1 maybe. Click on this diamond button to create a keyframe. Just go to the end of this animation and set it to default. And now let's add some motion graphic asset and make it more interesting. So just go to media pool and right click on that, click on this import media, and here we have to import some assets. So we are working on 60 frame per second, so open this 60 fps folder, and here we have this circle and the line. So select both, click on open. And let me tell you guys, I have given a link in the description for these assets. So just go to the link and download these assets and use it in your project. And in future video, I will definitely show you how to create this type of animation inside of your DaVinci Resolve software. So just select this circle and drag it on this flow window. And here we have to rename this. So hit F2 on the keyboard, call it circle. Hit OK, and now let's merge this circle. But before that, just select all the nodes and just drag it like this, and just double click on this blank area and deselect all the nodes, and just take a new merge node and hold shift on the keyboard and attach this merge 6 like this, and connect this green point with this circle, and just drag this main output to the viewer. Just go to on frame number 30, which is equal to half a second according to 60 fps, and go to your keyframe tab, and here we have to set this layer on frame number 30 like this and close this keyframe. All right, now select this merge 6 and go over here and let's down the size a bit. And after end of this first animation on frame number 160 maybe, and let's import this second asset right over here. Hit F2 on the keyboard, call it line, hit OK. Now let's take one more merge node. So just drag this merge on this flow window, hold shift on the keyboard and attach this merge like this, and connect this green foreground point with this line. And for this one, just go to this keyframe tab and let's increase the size and just drag this line animation on frame number 160, close this keyframe, increase the size of this, close this media pool, and let's go over here maybe, select this merge 7 and let's down the size of this asset. And now it's looking much more interesting. All right, and now it's almost done. So just connect the media out node with the main output like this, and then go to your edit page. And here our intro animation is ready for render. And now I'm going to show you how to change this into a bright version. So select this fusion composition, hit Ctrl C to copy, place the CTI right over here, hit Ctrl V to paste. Set the CTI on the second composition and then go to your fusion page. First of all, we have to change the background. So select this main background 1, make it pure white. Select this paint, go to modifier, open this apply control and make it black. Go for the text, and here we have to change the color of the text to black. All right, and now we have to change the color of these assets. So just drag this line and circle, select this circle, hit Ctrl plus a space bar for search box and search for invert. So this is our color invert, hit add button, select this line, hit Ctrl plus a space bar, search for invert. And now you can also change your profile picture. So just delete this first one and let's import your second profile picture. So I'm going to use this one. Let's open it up. Just drag this profile on this flow window and attach this controller with this new profile and select this controller, and let's set the position and scale it up a bit. After that, just go to your edit page, and now we have the dark one and the brighter one. So just turn on the loop button, go to very first frame and let's have a look. Alright, so it's looking awesome, and that's all for this tutorial guys. I hope you like it. If you like it, then hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get notified when I will upload my new video, and I will see you in next one. Till then, bye bye.